But you should expect the man to try to get as far as he can, as fast as he can.
I would have to disagree. So I can't expect this self-proclaimed Christian man to come at me with conversation that does not include sex.
You can, but
you said we should expect y'all to be aggressive sexually.
I think so, but
Christian man
fell for the trap again.
Welcome to today's episode of Relationship Talk with the Geths. Times have changed and we've come a long way from the will you be my girlfriend? Check yes, no, or maybe. Man, it really used to be that simple.
Took me back.
But now with the online dating and the increase in popularity with non-traditional relationships, you know what I'm talking about? Like you have to move differently out here in these streets. So if you're looking for a monogamous relationship that will eventually lead to a traditional marriage with one man and one woman, how do you make meaningful connections in the digital age, led by text messages, snaps, social media, DM slides? You know they slide in the DMs. So before we jump in, have you subscribed to our channel? Because if you haven't, go ahead and click that, click the subscribe button so that we can get into this tea, child. Let's go. This is tea day for real. So online dating has really revolutionized the way people make connections. And you know what? We thought about it. We have 6 tips for navigating online dating and staying true to the type of relationship that you desire. Because we know there are so many out there. So if you want to date online, we're going to give you some tips. Yes. And then making sure that you get the type of relationship that you want. So number 1, you got to choose the right platform. So there are various online dating platforms available. Some of them have some free features and others you have to pay for. And so if you're interested in online dating, you got to research and select a platform that aligns with your dating goals and preferences. So be sure to read the reviews. And if you really don't want to participate in online dating, don't feel like that's the only way to meet someone. Like you can still, wink at the cutie that you see in Publix. You can join the singles ministry at church. You can go to the bookstore. You can meet some good, clean people at the Black Awareness Rally. If you haven't seen my favorite movie, Coming to America, then you don't know what I'm talking about.
She loves that.
But the Black Awareness Rally, there's some good people over there. Anyway, so I was single when online dating first started. So I spent some good time in different chat rooms. So you had to take the good with the bad, like on all the platforms that I was on. So some people had some deep, thought-provoking, and vulnerable conversations. And then others open with, hey, can you send me a picture of your titties? Like, that's literally how they came in. Like, hey, how you doing? And can I see that? So, like I said, you got to take the good with the bad. So you might assume,
this is gonna be good.
You might assume that if the platform mentions God or Christians, that everybody in there is going to be, interested in godly chat. And that's just not the case either, because these people will hop right up in that Christian platform and make their screen name Peeing in the Jeans 69. Right up there in the Christian platform. So, I mean, let's get into these tips. Let's get into. Did you ever have? Okay, I'm gonna ask. Let's get to the tips.
Listen, no. This is what's funny. I'm here for the comments and the talk, because without revealing my age, I was born in 1974, and by the time I started dating, we were just learning what email was. So
bless your heart.
Yeah, so I was pretty much married the first time without any of this online dating. And then, once that ended, then I jumped, right in and met you. I ain't had to meet you online. So, I don't know.
That was creepy how he did that.
Don't do that. So I haven't really, delved into it. So this is interesting. But I have heard a lot of personal friends, a lot of stories.
So you'll be able to share other people's stories.
Absolutely.
So we're not gonna drop no names, but Ed's gonna be telling other people business on here. We're gonna catch the tea from you. So I got some personal stories, and Ed's gonna tell other people business.
Yeah, I'll tell some business.
Get into it. Yeah. So, uno. Mm-hmm. Create an authentic profile, baby. Like, be genuine and authentic when you create this online dating profile. Mm-hmm. Use a recent and flattering photo of yourself and write a compelling but honest bio that showcases your interests, values, and what you're looking for in a partner. Avoid exaggerating or misrepresenting yourself, because this can really lead to disappointment and trust issues later on. So,
is anybody honest? Let's just keep one. Did you say honest bio? I don't know. I did. Anybody doesn't.
You need to, and this is why I'm gonna be real with you.
I agree that they should, but I don't think anybody does.
Okay, for one, going back to the choosing the right platform, you need to know what these platforms are for.
Right.
I didn't know that Tinder and Plenty of Fish were hookup sites. Did nobody tell me?
I knew that.
And so I'm gonna tell you, my ex-husband and my cousin had to fill me in on that. And so I went on Tinder and I put on there that, I'm looking for this God-fearing man, and I got scripture all up on my, profile.
Oh, God.
And so my ex-husband was actually out there looking for himself a hookup. And he was like, are you on Tinder? And I was like, yeah, trying to catch me a date. And he was like, that is not what Tinder is for. And I was like, what you talking about? It's a dating thing. And he was like, dating? No, it's a hookup site. I was like, what you mean? And then my cousin came talking about Plenty of Fish, where these people are like only meeting each other to hook up for sex, and that's it. And I was like, oh my God, how fast can I get my picture down from there? Like, that is not what I did not know, that I was out there sending coochie through the mail. Baby, I didn't know it. And so I was like, get me off of him. And so you really got to know what you're doing.
Yeah,
and so then,
know the lay of the land.
Okay, so back to the profile. Your picture, recent. By recent, does that look like you now? Is that what you look like, boo?
Right.
So if you lost or gained 100 pounds, get you another picture. If if your measurements is way off, or if you're a dude and you had these thick waves and you cut them off and you bald headed because you had a big circle of skin in the top, that's okay. I'm not saying you can't be cool with a baldy, but put a picture up there of what you're gonna show up looking like. Now, it's not like, oh, you got a black shirt on in your profile picture and you show up in a red one. No, are you showing up with the same face and body? Baby, these filters doing wonder. I use the Snapchat filters. I know what it'll do. Don't let in this makeup that we get into.
Oh boy.
Don't show up on these dates looking like you did in circa 1994 when you went to the freak meet. And then you showing up a whole grandma. And then you ain't updated your profile. Ooh. And be honest about what you're looking for.
Right.
Like,
that's true.
Tell the people that this dude said when he was dating that he let this. Please tell about how you let this girl believe that you were into the theater.
Oh yeah. That's I did. Now this is pre-online dating. Like, she was really into Shakespeare and into Toni Morrison plays and the books. She's like, oh, did you read The Bluest Eye? I thought it was such a provocative. And I'm like, yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I thought it was very, very good. Man, great book. Love Toni Morrison. I had no idea who Toni Morrison was. But she was very good looking. And I lied. I am not gonna lie. I did. I portrayed something that I wasn't, and then she takes me to one of these plays, and I'm like, thee thus thou, doest thou, the love of thee.
You see what I'm saying? His ignorant. So I was about to cut. So first of all, the fact that she couldn't see straight through him.
She couldn't.
To tell with one conversation that nothing about him said shake or spear. Feet or turn. Like, But ladies, this is just look. They will tell you anything to get your good stuff.
Yes, that's
honey. You cannot believe everything they say up front. They will tell a lie and pretend to be interested in something that they're not, just to get close to you. But on your profile, don't look and see what other people are interested in, and then you want to put that just so you will get more clicks.
Right.
Like if you are not into mountain bike riding, don't put that, boo. You gonna die out there. Cause they gonna put you on a mountain bike. Then what you gonna do?
Right. You gonna go.
You got to keep this up.
A real mountain.
If you say you love sports, cause you know dudes love sports, baby, you got to go to the game, and they gonna expect you to know what's going on.
Right.
And you don't know that you can't say touchdown at the basketball game. You gonna have to get it together. So do not.
Home run. No,
and then you're not gonna be happy. Like if you told him that you love sports and he's just only planning sports stuff for you because that's what you said you love. And when you gonna break the news that you really only want to go shopping and go skating? Like put on there what you really want, so that when you do link with somebody, it can be a genuine connection,
right? And
not just I just hope I get somebody. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then if you have a picture that's current and then they like who you are right now.
Right.
Be confident in who you are now.
Yes. And
put that out so that, everybody, there are no surprises when the date comes. And it's not just women. No. I told you, it's not just women with these wigs and makeup.
Yeah, you're right.
With these men with the wigs and the fake stuff. So, yeah, be for real.
But now, when you say put a picture right now, don't put like when I wake up in the morning right now. Like
I woke up like this?
No, don't wait. Yeah. Don't really.
I said flattering.
Flattering.
So, I mean, you could put some lip gloss on those lips.
Put some makeup on.
Be the cutest version of you.
That is right now.
But you. Don't be the cutest version of somebody else.
Right.
So that when y'all wake up, know, you need to still look like the same person.
Correct. Correct.
So, just saying. Not saying that y'all gonna wake up together, cause y'all don't need to be waking up together from online dating, but that's another. That ain't what we're talking about. So be proactive and open-minded. So take the initiative to reach out and connect with others. Don't be afraid to make the first move or initiate conversations. Be open-minded and explore connections with people who may have different backgrounds, interests, and perspectives. So, I mean, you never know who you might click with. Right. So there has to be a balance here though, because you don't want to be open to any and everything. So you should definitely create a list of non-negotiables and you shouldn't compromise on those. So if you're too open, then there are people out here that will talk you into some show enough mess. Right. You see what I'm saying? So engage in, good stuff here. So what you got?
What, non-negotiables?
Yeah.
Of course, you gotta love God, believe Jesus is the pardon of your sins.
So you would not negotiate. You would not be open to someone with a different spiritual background.
I would be open to somebody who, full disclosure, my first wife came from an atheist family, so that wasn't a non-negotiable. But I think she was open to learn about the religion. And so she was learning as we were married, okay? So I wouldn't say I'm not willing to talk to you, but if you are out here saying Christianity is a fake religion, then I probably can't. That's non-negotiable.
Well, it's a complete non-negotiable for me. We're not doing the atheist thing either. I know that was open for you, but I wouldn't be open. Right. So it's really your non-negotiables have to come from your list of things that are highest priority to you.
Right.
So if your spirituality, religion is super important to you, then you definitely don't want to compromise with that. So just whatever your list is. And how do you feel about being open to approach other people? I know you're pretty aggressive when it comes to approach. Yeah. How would you feel if a woman stepped to you in that same manner?
I'm okay with it.
You cool?
I think that shows the strength of a woman that can go after what she wants.
Would you feel like she was only coming to you for sexual things? Or do you assume that she's easy if she comes to you in that way?
It depends on how she comes.
Okay.
If she comes, with a certain uniform, as Dave Chappelle said. You can't have, the latest.
But it's online.
If it's online, that's right. Yeah, we talking online.
Yeah.
See how my mind thinks. I've never done that.
Right. So if she comes and you get a message, ping, you got a message from Savannah 237, and she says, "Hello, how are you today? How do you feel about that?"
No, that's great. She's having a conversation. Like like starting off with a conversation, especially if you notice something in my profile. Hey, I noticed that you went to UNC. I was there and da 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 da.
Anybody want to talk about UNC?
See that I'm just you asked me.
Nobody want to talk about UNC.
Yes, they do. She's a hater.
Go Dogs.
But yeah, okay. Hey, I noticed that you went to UGA.
You need to notice that his wife went to UGA because he got a whole wife.
Asked me. I
just wanted to make sure that Savannah saw that you had a wife.
Jesus, this is not going well.
Why are you on the dating profile anyway?
I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to see.
Listen, okay. If somebody I know,
there we go,
got approached.
I ain't okay with it.
Savannah 2-3. Now you notice how she loaded the question. See, trap. I walked right into the trap. That's on me, fellas. Don't fall for that trap. If somebody I know got approached, I don't think they would mind.
Okay.
The female. Now she come in, talking, something crazy.
Well, how quickly would you try to turn it sexual, or would you really try to date this person? Would you try to see? Because I want to know what's happening. Would you try to see if you could get it quickly and then back up and go friend, or?
So you asking the wrong person.
I'm talking about you.
Well, let's see. I ain't falling for the trap.
No. Let's say hypothetically, of course, that we're not married. It's not a trap. Hypothetically, we're not married.
Okay.
You're out here online dating.
Right. Man, I'm going to try to see how fast I can get to sex.
Okay, how fast you can get to sex. So she would have to brush through that. Right. So if she deflected, then you would be open to conversation if she was interested.
If she was clever with the way she deflected it, to let me know she's classy, she's interested, like if she does it in a comical way or she does it in a sedity, like, how dare you?
Then you don't want to talk to her.
I'm done with her.
So you want to try to get the sex up front.
Absolutely.
So listen, it's coming from a man who wants to get the sex up front.
Right.
If not, then he's open to continuing conversation if you deflect it in a cute way.
And you have.
So she doesn't have the right to be offended by your forward moves of sex with, and y'all don't even know each other.
I think you should expect men to be aggressive.
Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
You think that women should expect
not
aggression?
Not aggression and disrespect. Not saying, hey, show me your titties like you said they do. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't put up with that. But you should expect the man to try to get as far as he can, as fast as he can, and then learn how to be coy and learn how to change the conversation to be like, okay, I'm not easy, but.
So I can't expect this self-proclaimed Christian man.
Okay.
Because you put on there, I love God and love family. I can't expect him to come at me with conversation that does not include sex.
You can, but
you said we should expect y'all to be aggressive sexually.
I think so, but
Christian men, that's what we should expect. I would have to disagree.
See, I fell for the trap again.
You can feel that way. You don't have to agree with me, but I don't think I should have to expect a Christian man to be aggressive sexually.
Most men, Christian or not Christian.
Well, you're not going to click on mine if you're not a Christian man.
Yeah, you are.
You're not going to get conversation with me if you're not a Christian man. That's one of my non-negotiables.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But yeah, even a Christian man, yeah. So most of them.
Don't say some of most. Oh, deacons, he telling on y'all. He is telling the deacons business today.
Most of them are going to try to see how, whether we plan to follow through or not, or see how sexual this relationship can get at first.
So most of y'all are not trying to abstain, as thus said the Lord, until marriage.
Ooh.
That's another conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation.
You see how Ed lead me down the rabbit hole? let me come back to this online dating. Okay, so engage in meaningful conversations. Meaningful conversations. So when conversing with potential matches, you see I said conversing because Ed be wanting to say conversate so bad. That's an argument for us
It's a
every
rap
2
word,
weeks.
you know what I'm saying?
So when conversing with with potential
Check out
matches,
Big as lyrics. Conversate. It's a good word, but go ahead.
when conversing with potential matches, focus on building genuine connections.
Right.
Ask thoughtful questions.
Right.
Actively listen.
Right.
And show interest in the other person's life and experiences. Avoid generic or superficial conversations and strive for deeper connections based on shared values, aspirations, and compatibility. So even if the person you're talking to maybe tries to steer it one way, there's an art to steering it back to where it's supposed to be. I was gifted at that.
Right.
Like, you could come over here and try to talk about this, but we're going to talk about something else.
Way too gifted. That's
He want to keep you on the nasty. And that is not what we're here to talk. This is not a hookup site. This is not Tinder and Plenty of Fish. This is, Christians mingle or something like that.
They own that too.
They are. And that's what I'm talking about. See, be cautious and prioritize safety. This is big. So online dating comes with its own set of safety considerations. So prioritize your safety by taking precautions like avoid sharing personal or sensitive information too early. Use the platform's messaging system initially before sharing personal contact details. Usually, if you are in chat with someone, there's like a button that you can click that'll give you a phone number that you can each call. So if I call and then he calls that number, we can talk on the phone, and neither one of us had to send actual phone numbers.
Actual personal information.
Right.
Yeah,
so
that's actually a great
built-in
feature.
safety features. Use all of those. Don't tell people where you live.
Yes.
Even Georgia Peach 37, it could be a little too much because do they need to know you in Georgia? Because that's a little too close. You don't even need to know what state I'm in.
I feel like that's an early detail that people kind of share because most people are kind of proud of where they're from.
They do, but in this day of stalker,
that's true.
then you might not. I live in England, baby, because I can't. So meet in public places. I don't know though. You might have to tell where you live because some people are looking to date like people in their area.
Absolutely. I think that because if you feel like the connection's going well, then you at that point. Maybe not right off the bat tell where you from, but if the connection's going well, maybe give up.
Because sometimes in the search box even, they say like within 20 miles of where I live.
Right.
Then that means that they know you live at least, at the most 20 miles away. Ooh, that's a lot. Be careful sharing personal, details.
Right.
Meet in public places for initial meetings, like not just the first one, but the first several meetings.
Absolutely.
I'm going to drive my car, you drive yours.
Absolutely.
I'll meet you inside.
Right.
Inform a trusted friend or family member about your plans. Somebody needs to know where you're going and who you're going with. Take a picture of their license and send it something.
Yes.
Trust your instincts and be cautious if something feels off. Like, please, I actually lost a very dear friend when I was in college. She met this guy, and I actually met him in the mall. They were in the mall on their first date. And she introduced us, and I didn't get, a bad feeling from him. I didn't pay close attention. She was just like, this is so-and-so. We're out on our first date. And she trusted him enough to take him home to hang out at her house. And she was a mom, and she had a little girl. Her little girl was not there, but he killed her. And not only did he kill her, he had already killed another single mom like a couple of days before that. So he was going on a killing spree. Right. And she was a victim of that. And that always, stuck with me about safety and precautions. And it's not like she was a naive person. She was a very smart girl. She was just off her game that day. Right. And let him, come back to her house. So be careful. Like, make sure you pay attention to your gut feelings and see these people out and about until you're able to notice some red flags. Don't give them access to your personal space right away. So, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Nah, you said it
Okay.
what I would say. Be aware. Make sure you tell somebody where you're going, and just trust.
And that's men and women.
Absolutely.
Like I know men, you feel like you can, hold your own. But there are some crazy females as well.
Didn't a famous rapper say that's what used to be one of her things was drugging dudes and robbing them?
I mean, literally, crazy. They're out here doing crazy stuff. So, you need to take precautions as well. That's for everybody.
Yeah.
So manage expectations. Like understand that online dating can involve a lot of trial and error. Yes. Not every connection will turn into a long-term relationship, and that's okay. Like be patient and maintain realistic expectations. Remember, it takes time to find the right match. Look for the lessons and learn from each conversation. So eventually you will have to move offline, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But for right now, you have to remain open and flexible. You can't go in like, oh, if this is not the one, the soulmate, it's all over for me. Because you do have to keep in mind that you have to stick to your standards. If you want a monogamous relationship, you may come in contact with a great person, but they may be looking for, a relationship with multiple partners. What are they calling that right now? The
polyamory.
Yeah, they might be looking for polyamory or something like that. So just because there is a connection, it doesn't mean that you are compatible. And so make sure that before you get, emotionally involved, that you have those conversations about compatibility as far as what it is that you want, not just compatibility of the things that you like and the things that you're into, but the type of relationship that you want. Because maybe, they really just want to be friends or somebody to talk to. So eventually you do have to move offline. That's what I was going to talk about for real life interactions. If that's what you're looking for. So while online dating provides a platform for initial connections, the ultimate goal is often to meet and interact in person. So when you feel comfortable and ready, consider moving from online communication to real life meetings. You plan casual, low pressure activities for your first dates to get to know each other better. If you're only there to converse with different people for entertainment purposes, that's okay. Just be upfront about your intentions so that you don't carry another person on an unnecessary emotional roller coaster.
Right.
So, what you think about that?
Intentions matter.
Yeah. I think when I was doing the online dating, I don't think I was looking for a husband.
Right.
I had been married before. I was just really wanted entertainment. So I wanted to talk to some guys, flirt around. Right. I ain't really want to meet you.
She did.
And no, I just want to talk to you,
Have
at the
fun
house.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little chat. You know how you, maybe you don't, but you send out a text, the hey big head text, or hey what's up, how you doing, to like 5 or 6 people. And then have conversations with all of them. Like, that's some fun single stuff that I really used to enjoy. So that's kind of what I got from the chat rooms and stuff. So it's cool.
All right. Again,
you weren't in there, so you don't know.
I have no
You
idea.
missed a good time in dating.
I missed a good time.
I had a good time.
In the online world. I just literally live vicariously through others. Like you, and I mean this with everything. You won't find an online profile of Ed Geths.
Do you feel like, no, it's probably under another name.
Don't do that. See, no.
I know he was in there looking. Even married people was in the chat rooms looking around trying to see what was popping in there.
Oh my God.
Y'all were nosy. The nosies wanted to see what was going on.
Plead the fifth.
Did you have an alias? Were you in there looking to see what was popping in the chat rooms? Because some of the chat rooms used to be bumping for real.
Nah, I've been in chat rooms, but it was like sports chat rooms. I did do that, but not the singles chat room. And I might have flirted a time or two when I wasn't supposed to.
I'm gonna just move on because I don't feel like you giving me the truth. But maybe he don't want to give it on camera. I'm gonna ask him that, then I'm gonna come back and tell you. So look, okay, so be resilient and positive. Online dating can sometimes be frustrating or discouraging, but it's important to maintain a positive mindset and not let the setbacks, affect your self-esteem.
Right.
So remember that finding meaningful connections take time, and rejection is a normal part of the process. Stay resilient, learn from each experience, and keep an open heart. So online dating offers the opportunity to meet a diverse range of people and make connections that might not have been possible otherwise. So
true.
with the right approach, authenticity, and patience, you can really navigate the digital age of dating and build meaningful relationships.
I totally agree. Now, I will say, they need to be prepared to practice your famous theory of be blocked and be blessed.
Baby, if you don't block these people when they come incorrect,
don't
be blocked and be blessed.
Don't play around with disrespect. Don't play around. Don't go back and forth. Don't do none of that. What is it? Say it again.
Don't be blocked and be blessed. Don't even give them an opportunity to cuss you out. When they come in there and they asking for nasty pictures, be blocked and be blessed. Go somewhere else, because you don't even know me well enough to be in here asking me for these pictures. What is wrong with you? Anytime they come incorrect, blocked and blessed. Thank you. That's a great addition. We're going to end with that. Yep. For more information about our coaching services, courses, marriage tools, events, and getaways, head over to onevisionerc.com. That website again is
onevisionerc.com.
Thank you and have a great day.
Yep.